Hello and welcome to ESAT. I am Ngudu Welde with the news. Deadly ethnic violence in areas bordering the Oromo and Benishangul Gumuz regions in western Ethiopia left at least 40 dead and displaced over 70,000 people. The violence was sparked last Wednesday when 4 officials from Kamashi zone of Benishangul Gumuz were killed in the Oromo region. The officials were killed on their way back from a joint security meeting with their counterpart in the Oromo region. The killing of the 4 officials led to further violence, especially in areas bordering the 2 regions. The Oromo regional government says more than 70,000 people, mostly Oromo and Amhara, have fled to eastern and western Wallagga, fearing retribution. Security head with the Eastern Wallagga administration told local media that at least 40 people were killed in revenge for the killing of the 4 officials. Close to 200 houses were set ablaze in neighboring areas between the 2 regions. 2 women have reportedly gave birth as they flee their village. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs said the displaced were in immediate need for food and non-food assistance. Administrators in 3 peripheral but pivotal regions in Ethiopia have been pushing against changes being made by a reformist prime minister, and the old guards in Gambela, Afar and Benishangul Gumuz regions have continued to violate and repress the people in the regions. That's according to 2 leading rights activists. Obang Meto, director for the Solidarity Movement for a New Ethiopia, and Gas Ahmed, president of the Afar Human Rights Organization, said in a joint statement that the people in the 3 regions have continued to be subjected to repression by regional administrators. The activists say unbridled corruption by regional officials and maladministration were widespread, while the people were not allowed to even use social media platforms and express their grievance through peaceful demonstrations. Ahmed and Meto specifically pointed out that the leaders in the 3 regions were pushing against nationwide political and administrative reforms by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, and in fact were working against Dr. Ahmed reforms efforts. Mr. Gas Ahmed and Mr. Obang Meto have returned to Ethiopia from exile recently and had visited Afar and Gambela regions. Mr. Ahmed said it took him a month to go visit Afar as regional officials refused to let him in. He said his team was harassed by officials in Afar and were prevented from meeting supporters. In Gambela, Mr. Meto said officials have tried to put hurdles on his trip. He said he had witnessed corruption, chronic youth unemployment, and maladministration. The duo called on the government of Abiy Ahmed to address the predicaments faced by the people in the 3 regions. U.S. First Lady Melania Trump has visited a hospital in Ghana's capital, Accra, at the start of her solo trip that will see her visit 4 African countries. Earlier at the airport, she was welcomed by dancers and drummers, but the BBC report says public reaction has been low-key. The tour, which also takes in Kenya, Malawi, and Egypt, will focus on promoting health and education. In February, a row broke out after President Donald Trump allegedly used shithole to describe African nations. The African Union asked him to apologize over that comment. In August, the president angered the South African government by falsely claiming that there was a large-scale killing of white farmers in South Africa. Mrs. Trump's week-long trip to the continent is seen as helping to heal some of that divisions. That ends the news. Have a nice time.